Well, good morning, everyone. This is Being Your Own CEO Success Circle, our regular Tuesday morning event. And this morning we're trying something a little bit different. We're doing this from Crowdcast. So we're a little bit late beginning because we're all just getting used to this little format. How do you get in? How do I invite people? All of those good things. So I'm very happy that all of us made it here. That's really wonderful. So just as in our usual agenda, I like to have everybody introduce themselves and say a little bit about what they do, and then we can get into our usual topic. So let's see. Let's start with Paul. Good morning, Paul. How would you like to introduce yourself? And you are on mute. Looks like we have a problem. So let's move on to Jay.
Hi everyone, my name is Jay and my company is Affiliate Resources Incorporated, and I help people get started in the lovely world of affiliate marketing.
Aha. And I'm so glad you're here this morning because that's what we're going to talk about.
All right.
So welcome, Jay.
Thank you.
So Craig, how about you? Are you able to join in?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like Paul's frozen, so he may be back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my name's Craig, and I'm in Western New York. I help local businesses get online and increase their online presence.
Right on, and thank you for joining us this morning, Craig, in this experiment that we're conducting here.
I assume my online reverb has gone away?
Yes, it has.
I don't think my headset is actually working, but I changed microphones, so.
Oh, well. So Paul, you're unmuted now. Are you with us?
I am. I had to go out because I came in through Hangouts, but I also was trying to get in through the link to Crowdcast. And of course, when you went live, I had two broadcasts going, so I had to pop out of one and get into the other one. So it took me a minute.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing, isn't it? Is to know if, as a guest in the Hangout, is to know just where you should be and how to do that.
Yeah, the interesting thing was that it showed please stand by, but it also showed on air. So I was a little curious about
confused.
That. Well, confused is not something that I'm, a foreigner to at all.
Oh,
been there, done that, got the T-shirts.
Yeah. So anyway. How would you like to introduce yourself this morning?
Well, in the usual way, my goal and mission in life is to get rid of sales breath, so that's it.
I love that. Thanks for joining us, Paul. And last but not least, I'm Loa-Lan Fulsang, and my business is Work-Style Lifestyle Consulting and Coaching. And I love helping solo entrepreneurs figure out what their focus is and how to stay motivated and out of overwhelm and to create systems that work for them. And one of the systems, of course, that I really like to promote is using Hangouts. So, and showing people, giving people the opportunity to come in and try it out, and showing people how to do some of the basic things. So, welcome. It's nice to have everyone here. So, last time we talked a little bit about promoting. When we were talking about blogging and setting up our blog content page and so forth, and our whole the visual part, etc. somehow or other we got into talking about, making reference to books and whatnot, and linking off to the visual books and so forth, and that led into that's a great opportunity for affiliates, and we got into that a little bit, and then it struck me later that maybe it would be a good idea to really explore exactly what affiliates are, how they work, what you use them for, how you get paid, if you get paid, all of those things. I mean, I think there are lots of us out there that kind of understand it a little bit, but don't really understand, exactly how it works. And of course, my purpose with this Success Circle is to give that basic information so that people get that full understanding, so they know whether they really want to engage in something or not. So, my understanding it's very limited, believe me. My understanding is that if I find a way to promote something, a product online that causes the viewer, to go and make a purchase, that I get a commission in some way. That's about as much as I know. So, Jay and Craig, would you expand on that definition at all, or is that?
Yeah, you pretty much bang on. It's very pretty correct in terms of affiliate marketing is very similar to the process of trying to rank your own business on the internet. So you have your keyword research, where you're trying to research keywords that people are using to determine whether it's worthwhile to try to rank for a specific term. So a keyword could be anything like LaLaLand Hangouts. And so let's say there's 100 people a month that search for the term LaLaLand Hangouts, and let's say that there are not that many sites competing for that term. So you have high search volume and low competition, meaning there's not that many people. So if you have high search volume and low competition, it means that you have the ability to potentially rank for that keyword in the search engines. Okay. Now, so once you get your website ranked in the search engines by creating content based around that keyword concept, LaLaLand Hangouts. So you have a page that's all about your Hangouts, and you try to you're talking about how you do the Hangouts. Your name is LaLaLand, and they're great, and we do them every Tuesday morning, and so on and so forth. And Google reads that and says, oh, that sounds really interesting. And then they rank you on their search engine, so that when I Google LaLaLand Hangouts, you're listed right there in the top spot of Google. So it's the same concept with affiliate marketing, whereas you're with LaLaLand Hangouts, you're promoting your Hangouts, so you can get people to join your Hangouts and watch them. With affiliate marketing, it's exactly the same thing, except you're promoting products that have where you earn a commission if someone were to purchase that product on, like, let's say, Amazon. So it's kind of serendipitous, because I'm actually doing a live niche case study, walking people through this exact scenario. And the niche that we chose was football snack helmets. That kind of coincides with the NFL season. So we're trying to rank for football snack helmets. We actually bought the domain footballsnackhelmets.com, and we're starting to write content. So the whole intention is for people to, and we've learned that there were a lot of people searching for football snack helmets for that main term. Also specific teams, so Seattle Seahawks snack helmet, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of people wanting these football snack helmets. So when people go to...
Could I stop you and ask, what's a football snack helmet? Not being a football fan.
Allow me to allow me to show you.
Sorry, I broke your
No,
train.
no,
I broke
yeah,
your train of thought, but if
no,
I don't know, I'm sure there are others who also don't.
yeah, yeah. So I'm going to screen share. I'll show you the actual website that we're building. When I say we, it's I teach internet marketing in a website. All right, so these are football snack helmets. So I'll give you a quick example as to what these are. So they're actual helmets with team emblems and logos on it, and they're actually snack bowls. So as you can see on the top, they've got chips, and then on the front here, they've got peanuts and M&M candies. So there's a lot of people looking for these things.
You're kidding.
No, and then so if we go to Amazon.
Shopping from Canada, okay.
Well, I'm going to stay in the U.S. just because it's the NFL is a lot more popular here.
Yes.
All right, so $59. So a snack helmet costs $59, and you can earn up to 10% commission. So ranging from 6% to 10% commission based on what kind of product it is and the volume of sales that you're able to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the whole intention is if I were to Google football snack helmets, I Google that, and right now because we've only just launched the site, we are on page 2. Mm-hmm. So there's our Philadelphia Eagles snack helmet page, right? So I click on that, I land on this site, and we have yet to fill in this content. We're going to write content about the Philadelphia Eagles snack helmet, and then we're going to have a link here that says click here to buy on Amazon, or click here to check out the price on Amazon. And that link would have my affiliate link. And if I click, and then if we were to click on it, it would go to, the Philadelphia Eagles helmet here. Mm-hmm. Boom, there we go. And then we go, oh, perfect. This is exactly what I want. Add to cart. And then then I buy it, and then we earn the commission. Mm-hmm. So it's literally as rudimentary as that. Find a keyword that has high search volume and low competition. Create a site around that kind of keyword concept. Write some content based around that keyword concept. Link it to Amazon or any other affiliate program. Right? There's thousands and thousands of affiliate programs, and then this is how you earn a commission. So and it's the same concept with books, services, really anything that's if there's something on Amazon, if it's available on Amazon, there's an affiliate program for it, because Amazon as a whole has an affiliate program. There's also digital products that have affiliate programs. So hosting, like website hosting, has affiliate programs. Membership clubs, email marketing services, concierge-based services, tons of affiliate programs. And what you can do to find an affiliate program is literally type in the niche that you're involved in. So like let's say Mucklux, right? So you can Google Mucklux affiliate program.
Oh,
I'll let you tell everyone what Mucklux are, since you might know what they are.
Yes, Mucklux are usually made from fur. Mm-hmm. And therefore, from not freezing your feet off in the Arctic. Yeah. And believe it or not, I don't know whether anybody would ever guess that. There's two layers to them. There's an inner and an outer, and the outer is usually made from seal skin and fur and so forth. And then there's a cloth, a heavy cloth that's inside. And I learned when I went to the north that those big, heavy rubber boots that you buy that I've forgotten what they're called now. But they have two layers in them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Your feet just freeze in those
Because of the rubber, right? Because of the rubber.
Yeah.
The rubber retains cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
The actual muckluck is the warmest thing you can wear.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they're quite light. I mean, those heavy rubber things, they're really heavy and clunky and whatever.
Yeah.
And the muckluck is very soft and lightweight and allows you to be,
Limber.
limber. Yes, not clumsy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, there's our Arctic lesson for the day.
This has been the Arctic Minute by Lowland.
the rubber boots are called Wellingtons.
Wellingtons. Yeah, Wellies.
Are they? I always think of Wellingtons as being those heavy
Rain boots.
steel-toed things. I don't know. Anyway, so getting back to let's get back to the topic here.
Yes. Okay. So as I was saying, so you just literally Google, your niche and then the word affiliate program. So Adirondack Chairs affiliate program. And then you can see, because a lot of big box stores now are going online, selling stuff online, including Walmart, Home Depot, and there's affiliate programs. They have affiliate programs. So, and there's a lot of people that will buy online and pick up in store, as opposed to waiting in line to buy, and so on. So, and this is actually something that as an affiliate can leverage, can use, right? So, because a lot of people will do their research online, they'll then buy it online and then pick it up in store. So for example, Amazon offers, or Walmart offers this now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And Walmart has an affiliate program, so it's wonderful. So you can either have it shipped to your door, or you can go pick it up at your nearest location. So yeah, that's great. It's fantastic.
So I guess the question that pops and jumps to my mind when you talk about this is, do you need to create a separate web page and a URL for an affiliate, or for example, the idea that we were talking about last time when we were discussing blogs. So I might make reference to a certain book. I might put a picture of that book next to the reference and link it to Amazon. So that I mean, for that to work, it wouldn't show up in a Google search, would it? It would only show up if somebody did a search and happened to find my Google posting.
Yes, that is correct. And also, but if you did it in Google, so for example, if you posted something in Google Plus and talked about a book and stuff, if there are people in your circles that are following you, if they Googled that, then it would show up with your little author bio in there. Okay, so as a result of that, so there's another strategy to build a large following in Google Plus, so that when you Google something and then people are logged into Google and they're following you, they would see that, and in most cases it shows up on that first page.
Oh, so just let me make sure I get that. So if I did a Google posting and did the same thing I just described in a blog with the link. Oh, isn't that interesting? And then it would show up in the search. Wow.
Yeah, here I'll show you. I just Googled "being your own CEO," and there you are, right there. Okay. So, and I have and I'm signed into Google. I have this little button up here is called personal results. So I can actually, I can show my personal results, which is by default turned on, or I can turn off my personal results. Now, if I I turn off my personal results, you go away. Okay.
Right.
So this is a huge advantage of having a large following. So for example, you can even Google like wealthy affiliate review, and you can see there's this person here who I am following, who's 3 days ago recently mentioned something about wealthy affiliate, and you can see that they are in there twice in the results, and that's actually a fairly competitive term. Okay. So, but if I turn off my private results, then that turns off. So this is a huge advantage when you have a large following in Google Plus, is that it kind of helps you get ranked for very competitive terms. Now the caveat to that is that you're restricted to only showing up within your circles, right? Unless you do a blog strategy and you start writing your content. Now, to answer your question, do you have to create a new website for each individual Amazon product? It depends on the niche. So if your niche is about online business, and your site is about online business, and you have like 5 different products that you're reviewing or recommending or talking about, that can retain on your page. But if your business is about online business, and then you've got those 5 products, and then you opened up a 6th product that you really like, and it is an NBA basketball hoop, then in that situation you're going to want to build a new site, or you can build a sports-related site. So it really does depend on the niche. In the case study that we're doing within Wealthy Affiliate, where I teach these live webinars, the football snack helmets, that's a very narrow niche. So we can do like CFL snack helmets and college football snack helmets, but it's fairly restricted to just that particular niche. The snack helmet, the huge snack helmet niche.
I love it.
Yeah.
I did see you kind of going down a road that I wanted to mention. At one point you were saying if I put that link from Amazon into Google Plus, then people clicking on that would go to Amazon. That's not actually allowed. That's called direct linking, and you can put affiliate links inside the social networks. But you can put a link to your website that contains the affiliate.
Oh yeah, or you could do a short link, like a compressed link, a redirect, or what's called a 301 redirect. But the concept itself is possible.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean by a 3-to-1 redirect.
301 redirect.
301.
I'm starting to geek out a little bit here. So a 301 redirect is how Google has or Bitly has a short, a short linker.
Yes.
Those are in essence a 301 redirects, where you click one URL and it automatically redirects to a second URL. So you can.
Okay, I get that. I get that part.
Okay.
So what you're saying, what you were just saying was, if I'm doing a Google Plus posting, and I had one of those little Bitly things within the text of the posting, I put a Bitly link in there, then it would take the person to probably my website where there's whatever. But yeah. Would you ever do a Bitly link direct to Amazon? Would that be?
Yeah, I mean, it's in theory, yes, it's possible, and yes, it will work. But it's typically you'll get a low conversion rate. Okay, and the reason why is because you're not pre-selling someone. The whole premise of writing content around your niche or around your the product that you're promoting as an affiliate is so that you warm them up to the product and say, hey, you know what? I think this thing is awesome. It's a great snack helmet. You can get to select your own team. You could take it to your tailgate parties, and it'd be a nice conversation piece. It's microwavable. Stuff is microwavable, and so and the more you talk about it, people are kind of like, oh, okay, that sounds kind of cool. you know, versus just saying this book is awesome, click here.
Oh yeah.
All right. So where they might click on Amazon and they might read it and then kind of go like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I'll buy. Versus pre-selling someone, warming them up to say, you know, minus the what's Paul call it, sales breath, you know.
Sales breath. Yeah. Right.
And you can always take your team's helmet to your friend's house who likes another team and just tweak them.
Yeah. Poke the bear, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea there was such a thing as a snack helmet.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Who knew, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So, so what you were describing, I mean, in a situation, my own situation, if I were writing a blog, I probably written it on a certain topic, and I might have made a reference, like in the old days at university, if you made reference to and or quoted somebody's book, you put that in the footer. Yeah, in the footnotes, and you said where the title and the page number and all of that. So my thinking was when I started blogging, well, that doesn't work on a blog very well.
No,
so
not necessarily.
What would I do in lieu of that? Well, what I could do is point them to where they could find the book.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, and then the next thing in my mind was, well, I need to use the picture of the book. And a few times early on, I took the picture myself till I realized, you could go to Amazon and actually find it.
Yeah.
And to me, that was a way of referencing somebody I've quoted or an idea that I picked up somewhere or whatever. So so your description, I mean, it wasn't a direct sell. It was a way of acknowledging a source that was applicable or useful to the conversation, and so that's not a direct sell.
Absolutely. That's totally fine. And you know, when you're an Amazon affiliate, Amazon's affiliate program is called Amazon Associates. And when you are an Amazon associate, they give you tools to be able to basically navigate to any of those products in Amazon and then create a link directly to that product, whether it be a text link or an actual image link. So you can take that image link, whereas they're hosting the image, and pop it onto your site. Okay, and then you can actually use any of their images, and as long as you're an Amazon associate, then you can just link directly. So.
Okay, so on that I'm sorry to harp on the blog piece, but it seems to fit in with the flow of what we've been talking about, and that helps me really understand how to make use of that. So
and in your situation, what you can do is create a page called recommended reading. So you can list 5-10 books on there, and directly link them to Amazon, so that anytime you make reference to anything, whether it be a quote, a site, a citation, or whatever that is related to that book, you can then say, hey, listen, if you want to find more information about that, that book, Henry David Thoreau, is a great read. Just head to my recommended readings page on my site, and then you can learn more about the book. So that's another strategy, right? The most challenging thing about affiliate marketing is getting traffic. Getting traffic to the pages or the links. And there's a ton of different ways of getting traffic. You can do, as I previously mentioned, is create a website and blog about it and drive traffic organically through search engines. You can drive traffic socially, post something in your social media network, right? You can do ads. You can do paid ads. You can do Hangouts and then do recommended readings. So I mean, there's tons of ways of driving traffic to affiliate links. So it all boils down to, does this strategy work for your business?
Mm-hmm. And for your target, it's got to be something that really works for your target.
Yeah,
client.
exactly. Yeah. So I mean, like in this scenario, I'm not going to be promoting football snack helmets to you guys because, as you just revealed, you had no idea that they existed. So you're not a potential buyer. So my strategy for that niche is to write content and get ranked organically in the search engines, which we've already done. We're on second page, and I anticipate it to be on first page in a couple of weeks. So yeah, it's all about reaching out to your potential audience.
So okay, so now we've talked about the different ways that we could do this. How do you get paid?
Well,
how does that work?
Well, once you sign up as an affiliate through Amazon, every time you get basically paid every month. So if you were to promote things in September and you earned $1,000 in September, you would get that $1,000 in November. So there's a kind of a 1 month holding period because they have to anticipate refunds, returns, all that kind of stuff. So if everything's all good, then then your October earnings you would get in December. So it's just there's just like that delay period, right? But when you start doing it full time or consistently, you get monthly checks, right? So you can get monthly checks. Some affiliate programs they'll pay you via PayPal. They'll do checks, direct transfer. There's tons of ways of getting paid. It depends on the affiliate network, the affiliate program. So it's up to them as to how you get paid. But in most cases, they cut you checks.
Really?
Yeah. And they mail them to you. Unless you specify, I want direct deposit, or I want to be paid via PayPal. And the ones that get paid via PayPal are usually digital products. And they pay at the beginning of every month with no 30-day hold period.
That's interesting, but so the whole payment thing is a pretty easy piece.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool getting checks from Amazon.
No kidding.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've noticed, a few people and or organizations will say, well, if you refer somebody to what I do, you get 1 month free membership kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Ronnie Binzer does with his affiliate program. And if you refer somebody else, then you get either a reduced or a free month or something along that line.
Yeah. To me, I mean, I think that's fine, but there's not enough skin in the game, right? Because if it doesn't give you enough incentive to really drive traffic as an affiliate, right? So then you can get your month paid for, or your 2 months paid for, or whatever, right? But what happens? If I want to blog about this thing full time, or if I want cash, baby. Because it gives you more incentive to actually work to try to get those sales. Versus I'll give you a free set of steak knives.
So, Paul, you were saying that you like to help people sort of get rid of sales breath. It sounds like the indirect way of mentioning a product and so forth would be the better way than actually just going out there and saying, buy this, buy that. Have you played with affiliates at all?
I have, and it's not a game that I play well, and that's just because I've been busy doing other stuff, I guess, more than anything else. there are some that I do take advantage of. I think I've talked to you about an organization, a referral organization that I've been, involved with growing here on the island. They do some affiliate programs in that they have an affiliate program for their membership. And they have a Saturday morning class, online class for all of their members that is just about affiliate marketing. So they try and bring people who have the type of expertise that Jay has to the table and talk about programs that are out there and how people are advancing them and using them. So there is a component in there in the organization about affiliate marketing. So it's a very, I think it's a growing addition to how people are looking at growing their sources of revenue. I think that's the easiest way to put it, and it's not easy or simple. It takes work, but I think if you, as Jay said, if you do it right, it has very good potential. That's been my experience with the people I know that are working hard at it. They're doing very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's actually a couple of affiliate networks here in Victoria. One promotes mobile offers, another one promotes software, and they're fairly large affiliate networks. Yeah. So Victoria is actually a very large affiliate marketing community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's because it's one of our major industries, isn't it? Is technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jay, with Jay and Craig and well, all three of you, Paul has just said, well, he's kind of stumbled on some people that do fairly well at it. Do you have a sense of what the potential for a person who decides that they would like to have an online business using affiliates? Like, what's the potential and how many? I mean, I guess the potential and the investment of time or money that goes with that.
Yeah, well, there's more of an investment of time than there is with money. There's a couple of ways of educating yourself on how to do this. You can research on the internet and find a variety of topics on it, but you might kind of go down the wrong rabbit hole because there's lots of shiny objects that will promise you fast track results, and they'll show you ways that may not be considered ethical, trying to game the system, and they might work for a very short period of time, but it's certainly not a long-term relationship. So there's that element, and then there's an element where you can join a website such as Wealthy Affiliate that'll teach you the ethical way of doing it, creating your online business, and get you the support that you need, including the hosting and stuff like that. But the potential is huge. There are so many different products out there that have affiliate programs. Tons. I mean, I just revealed today that there, whoever thought there'd be A, football snack helmets, and B, an affiliate program for it, and C, people that actually want this stuff, right? So I mean, it just goes to show you that there's tons of people buying things, and it all really does boil down to your own personal passions and hobbies, So if you have a passion for radio-controlled helicopters, then you can build an online business around that. If you have a passion for online business, you can build a site based on that, building in your own online business. So, the potential is limitless, and probably the number one thing that I see what holds people back from actually doing it well and creating success is they get this analysis paralysis where they read and they learn so much, but then they don't take an equal amount of action. You know, it's like reading, but then, you know, they take a little bit of action, and then they read more and research more, you know. So I think you need to create a split, you know, like 50% you want to learn, and then you want to take action and do what you've learned.
I couldn't agree more. I've stumbled on the same thing in my coaching work with solo entrepreneurs. Rather than getting out there and actually doing something, they'll say, "No, I've got to take another course. I don't know enough about that."
Yeah.
And that's I understand the joy in learning how to do new things and learning new things, but you have to take action eventually.
I think people have a fear of, or they want their first step to be perfect. That's why they educate themselves so much, you know, that their first step is just so in line with what they're learning, you know, but you know, God forbid we make a mistake in our taking action, you know, so.
Yeah, I kind of like the ready, fire, aim model. It seemed to work for Microsoft.
Right. Yeah.
Well, recently at our last host meeting, the chap that Brian Rempel gave a talk on his online business, and he spoke about one thing that stands out to me is that he talked about testing the market for certain books. So what he did was he created a visual book cover, put it out there for pre-sales, and then once they had their pre-sales, they sat down and wrote the book. So that's
cool.
that's the same idea, isn't it? Of you know, I mean, you don't have to be perfect. What you're just doing your market research, I guess, is really what it involves.
People are buying. I guess we should create the product now.
Yeah. Right.
The other thing that does is it establishes a hard deadline for getting the book written.
There's a process also that people use called the minimum viable product, where they'll go out and they'll test the waters and they'll say, okay, this is what people want, so we'll provide that to them. And then once that's out there, you know, people are like, oh, this is great, but what if it did this? And then then they can enhance the product. And so they create the minimum viable product, and then they move on from there.
Expand. So what about you, Craig? Are you involved in affiliate marketing in some way?
Yes, I am.
and what's your experience of it?
It's been somewhat successful. I find that I get something up, and then I get distracted, and I run off down, like Jake calls them, the rabbit hole, and don't spend enough time focused on what it is that I need to be focused on, and promoting what I was just doing. You know, I have online ADD, I guess you'd call it. So
I don't think
you're not alone.
Craig actually did a little case study with iPhone repairs in his area in Syracuse. So he built a site revolving around doing iPhone repairs in Syracuse, just as a test, right? And he had to shut it down because people were calling his phone number saying, "Hey, do you do these repairs, please? You know, can you help me out? I dropped my iPhone." So he had to shut it down. So they're like, "No, this is just a case study. I'm just testing it out."
The problem was that I actually don't live in Syracuse. I live in Rochester.
That's right.
70 miles away from the place where, and Google decided that, oh well, if he's doing it in Syracuse, he must be doing it in Rochester. And so, yeah.
Help! I dropped my cell phone in the toilet.
Yeah.
No, the big one with cell phone repairs is actually cracked screens. And
really?
Yeah, the cracked screen market is huge. So if you have a way to repair Apple screens that break, you got a viable business opportunity.
Wow. Oh, that's really interesting. So one thing that really jumps out at me in all of this concept of affiliate is that if you're going to have an online business, you have to be like a really expert researcher. You have to really understand how to do really good searches on Google.
Well, yeah, not only that, I mean, there's lots of great tools that help you with finding out how many people are searching for a specific term. There are free tools and there are paid tools. You know, like the one that I use is called Jaaxy. So it's like Saanich, Jaaxy.
It's a wonderful keyword tool.
Yeah. So it tells you how many people are searching for a keyword, whether it's a viable keyword to actually get ranked in the search engine stuff. But, you know, a lot of it has to do, like, once you get that information, yeah, I feel that you need to take a step away from the computer and think about user and buyer behavior. You know, like, look at the niche and think, like, okay, well, is someone actually going to buy this? And this is where you do your research, you know, whether it be you do your research online or you can go out in the real world and ask people about it and whatnot, you know. And like that football snack helmet niche, the way that I stumbled on that was I frequently buy products on Amazon, you know, and I do a lot of research on there, and they collect that data, and then they will send me emails once in a while saying, hey, listen, we got this on sale. And I had purchased a sports-related product, and I got an email about, hey, listen, you know, get your next tailgate party, and here's what you can use for your tailgate party. And one of them was this snack helmet in the email. I was like, oh, what the hell is that, right? So I clicked on it. It's like, oh my God, NFL snack helmets? Like, who would ever think about that? And so then I did some research. I did my keyword research, and then I learned that there's actually a large number of people who are searching for these things that want to, you know, learn more about them and buy them and stuff. And then I thought, wow, you know, I can't believe that. And then I did some research on tailgate parties and the popularity of that, and it's huge. People are exuberantly passionate about these parties and NFL games and you know, having snacks and stuff like that. And it's okay, well, this looks like a really viable niche. So, you know, 50% of my research was done offline and just asking people about NFL tailgate parties and stuff like that. You know? So you need to understand, like, well, are people going to buy it? You know, so.
As I recall, Jay, you did that research in a Google Hangout.
No, well, I mean, some of it, yeah, absolutely. But I actually asked some friends who were huge NFL fans, right? It's like, well, you know, what about these tailgate parties and stuff? So.
You know, another thing that I find is if you are using a product or a service, often they have an affiliate program, and because you use it, people appreciate your expertise. So, for example, if you are using a particular product, most of them have an affiliate program of some kind or another. Yep. And when you recommend it, instead of just saying, oh, by the way, you know, it's easy to take them and say, listen, why don't we set you up with their free trial, and I'll walk you through it, or I'll help you with it. And it's not fast and easy, but it's a way to get paid for stuff that we're probably doing anyway, is the way I look at it.
Yeah. I'd say 90% of hosting companies have affiliate programs. Even when you buy a domain name, GoDaddy and Namecheap, which are two providers where you can buy domains, they have affiliate programs as well. You know, email marketing, you know, everything. So,
WordPress themes.
Say again, Craig?
WordPress themes.
Yeah, yep. WordPress themes have affiliate programs. Yeah.
So, Jay, may I ask you, have sites like Traffic Monsoon and MyPayingAds.com, which, as I understand them, sort of have a number of affiliate programs up on their sites. They're kind of like a supermarket, I guess, for programs that are out there. Have you used them? What do you think of them? Any thoughts about them?
So what you are referring to is something called affiliate networks. So where they have it's like you say, it's a supermarket, you know, a shopping mart of different affiliate programs. So what they do is they typically handle the the payouts to the affiliates and stuff like that. So one of the most popular ones is called Commission Junction. You go to cj.com, and they're the ones that house like Walmart and Best Buy and Home Depot and stuff like that. And those ones are great. You know, they're really good. Now, when you get into sites like Traffic Monsoon and whatnot, some of the offers that they have could be a little bit, I don't want to call them sketchy, but they could be low-end or low-value based products, so you want to be careful. One of the easiest ways to learn about an affiliate network is to Google them. So you can go Traffic Monsoon Review and and kind of filter through the results, Commission Junction Review, you know, and you can get feedback from people. So, and also you can get feedback from people who you know are in the industry, right? So if you know full-time affiliates, you can just simply ask them. Say, no, you know, I recommend this product or this, you know, affiliate network because of this, right? So, very popular affiliate networks are Commission Junction, LinkShare, Share a Sale, and Amazon. So those are 5 that I think are good.
Mm.
Now with Amazon, there are certain. I mean, with most of us being Canadian here, we're fine using Amazon as an affiliate program. But in the U.S., there are actually certain states, and I'll get Craig to jump in on this one. There are certain states in the U.S. that are unable to have the Amazon affiliate programs because of some sort of tax things or something, right, Craig?
Yeah, it's called a nexus law, and basically Amazon has shut down the states because the state, Colorado is the one that comes to mind. I think Georgia has now joined the fray. California did for a while, and then they backed off because they got too much flack from the people that were actually earning money online. New York, they were going down that road, and then they had an agreement with Amazon, so that what happens in New York now is if somebody in New York buys from Amazon from somebody that sells in New York, then there's taxes charged. So.
We have something similar here, the GST and the PST.
Yeah. 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 But I mean, but for example, Laulan, if you click on my affiliate link and you buy on Amazon, GST is not charged.
It's not, eh?
No. Because it's not me selling it.
Right. Of course.
So.
Well, that was the thing that New York did was they made it automatic. So what was happening was, the people were selling in New York State, but New York wasn't getting their cut.
Yeah.
So they said, okay, Amazon, if this happens, you're going to have to collect the taxes. And Amazon said, okay, in New York's case, but in Colorado's case, they said, no.
Yeah.
Depends on the population numbers, I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and how the law is structured.
Yeah.
I think the law was structured differently in New York than it was in the other states.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to acknowledge Nathan, who's been popping in and out. Hi, Nathan.
Good morning, and I'm really good at popping in and out.
So,
like Whack-A-Weasel, right?
Like, reminiscent of Whack-A-Mole, maybe, but just be careful. I don't have much fur, no fur, on the top of my head anymore, so it's really going to hurt if you do the good solid smack. I don't know where that came from, but it just seemed appropriate.
Yeah. So, Jay, those affiliate those 5 affiliates, Commission Junction and ClickBank and so forth. Yeah. I wonder if you wouldn't mind putting that into the comment stream so that those people who are watching would get that.
Yeah.
I think that's really useful. I have a final question before we go because we are just about on the hour now. roughly, how many hours a week would you need to spend on an affiliate program? I mean, if you were doing affiliate programs and trying to make a living from online business. Anybody have a rough estimate of that?
Sorry, I was just typing in the those things for you in the chat. So you're asking about what is the time invested?
Yeah, like how much time and money do you need to invest?
I would say it's all over the map, wouldn't you, Jay?
Yeah, well, it depends on the niche and whatnot. It depends on your technical expertise and you know your chutzpah, if you will.
Chutzpah. Now there's a nice Jewish word.
So
you actually pronounced it relatively correctly. Cool.
Well, I learned French, so I've got the.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, you know, like you can work 9 to 5 and build sites and build niches and stuff and easily do this full time. But there's that learning element. So there's obviously there's a chunk of time where you need to invest in learning, right? Now, let's say you've learned all it and you're good to go, you know, the various expenses that are incurred to do this full time are hosting, so website hosting, buying domains. You know, you can invest in you can invest in writers, so you can hire people to write for you if you want to start to outsource that information. You know, so I mean, those are the rudimentary expenses, and then also, you know, you've got your learning portal. So if you're going to be part of a membership that helps you learn all this stuff, then there's that expense there. And you know, different learning portals have one-time fees or they have recurring fees. You know, it depends on the situation. You know, the one that I'm associated with is called Wealthy Affiliate, and it's a recurring fee. And along with that recurring fee, you actually get hosting included, and you also get you know, website builders, and you get the support, and that's the really, really important one, is the support. You know, so yeah. So those are your basic fees. You know, your various expenses, and those can fluctuate based on, you know, how many domains you buy and how much hosting you end up investing and whatnot. So, but the biggest investment is time. You know. And the more actionable time you invest, then, you know, the more income can potentially recur. Now it's kind of like playing the stock market. It's some niches are going to do well, some niches are not going to do well. You know, it's really up to the people who are buying, and it's about how you pre-sell these people. You know, so
yeah, the marketing is everything. And there's so many different ways that you can do it.
Yes. Yeah.
And the
absolutely.
challenge is to find, like Jay mentioned, the word actionable, which is really important, because when you're looking at affiliate marketing, you want to find the ways to market that are the most effective in terms of time and money and whatever else that you put into it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're starting from scratch, you've never done it before, it's really challenging to find out what works and what doesn't. And you're going to be spending a lot of time at the very beginning trying to figure out what's the best approach, and then discarding the ones that don't work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's always a learning curve, because the way you market online is always changing. So it's like a mechanic. You know, you're always needing to reinvest your time into learning new strategies, new SEO strategies and whatnot, or whatever path you end up going down. You know. But, you know, like, for example, our football snack helmet niche, is that going to create a full-time income for us? No, it's not, because there's not a huge demand for it. There's a little bit of a demand for it, but it's also a seasonal niche. So, you know, in the summer times, not as many people are going to want snack helmets, you know, so.
So that's a good good reminder, is that you know, if you were going to do this, you would have to have several products in order to make a living.
Yeah,
well, I mean, you can have one niche, right? You can have one niche. Like I know someone that's just been involved in internet marketing for 11 months,
mm-hmm.
He built a site based around a specific niche in the tech niche, right? So basically, computers, gaming computers, and he's now clearing about $4,000 a month from Amazon. One niche, one site. So, and it's around several different types of elements around gaming computers.
Yeah.
But he's
Wow.
clearing 4,000 US a month. So what's that? 50,000 a month Canadian?
Yeah.
The
Right.
dollar's fallen that far, has it?
Yeah.
Ooh, very.
I think it's 50,000 a month Mexican.
Right. Yeah. Pesos. Yeah.
So hold on a second. Just for the hell of it, I'm going to do a calculation and tell you what I think it is.
So while Nathan calculates, so I mean, so this guy that I know, he's been involved in this in 11 months. That's how old his site is. That's how long he's been learning this stuff. But he's the type of person that learn, take action, and he's been consistently doing that. And he's been writing like a madman. And as a result of that, he gets lots of traffic to the site, and it's a niche that he's found that is very popular. People really want to do it, and it works really well for him. And as a result of his efforts, his one site is clearing $4,000 a month. So I mean, kudos to him.
By the way, the conversion from the U.S. dollar, not the Canadian dollar, to the peso is 64,000 pesos.
Ah, so close.
At $4,000.
Wow.
Yeah, well, the peso, I mean, on the U.S. dollar is trading at about 16 pesos to the dollar, so that's why.
Okay.
There you
So,
go.
we're off topic again.
Oh, that's fine.
That's
We
so
can get back
easy.
on it in a second.
That's so easy for us to do. So to summarize, I'm looking at the clock. We need to stop the broadcast shortly. So I think that last piece around what you need to invest and what the payback is a good place to a good reminder for people. All of this online work. Doesn't matter whether you're social networking or what you're doing. It requires time. It's not a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
And so,
that's
from a coaching perspective, I would be saying to people, make sure that you really, really love doing this, because it's a waste of time unless you're going to put the consistent effort into doing it.
And Lolan, the proof of that is exactly what Jay was just talking about. The fellow has a passion for that, and so for him, it probably isn't as much work as somebody who's just trying to make a buck at it.
Yeah, it's the difference between doing a book report versus actually having passion with doing it. So and when you have passion with doing it, with whatever it is you're doing, it becomes so much more transparent in terms of the content as well.
Absolutely.
Well, one of the things that's come up for me over the last few days from multiple different sources is the word patience. As something else called the law of germination. And I was in a call with a friend of mine yesterday who just happens to be a coach, and he was saying to me that everything I'm doing is the right thing, that I'm setting up multiple lead generation channels, and he said in time this is really going to start to produce for you. He said it's really important that you have a back end. Now, this is where I'm building something from scratch. Whereas this other guy, what Jay's mentioned, he's tapped into products that already exist. So in a sense, it would be easier for him than it is for me. On the other hand, on my end, the good part about it is I'm not restricted by somebody else's pricing system or royalties or anything else.
Yeah. So I heard somebody beep there. I don't know. I don't think it's from our group. So I'm looking at the time. We really need to close down now, and so this is Lolan from Workstyle Lifestyle Coaching and Consulting, saying so long for this week, and please come back and join us next Tuesday at the same time for the Being Your Own CEO Success Circle. So bye for now, and thanks everyone for joining me this morning.